Yo, 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 Scorpio. Welcome to your shadow season. When I say shadow season, because people keep asking, this is the sign that is opposite you. It's Taurus, I have, and then the opposite is Scorpio, I desire. So this is a time for you to be connecting more deeply with your shadow. This is, I feel like, a season of assessment for you. It's time to do some emotional, mental, spiritual, physical inventory. What do you have? What do you need to get rid of? What do you want to fill that space with? So, a great time for purging, but a great time for silence and stillness and just like pay a fucking attention to what's going on externally and really what's going on internally. Those creepy crawlies in your emotional closet, it's time to tend to those. Go grab your shit. We got stuff to talk about. Are you being greedy? Or are you in a place of depriving yourself? Are you letting yourself have all that you want? Have you been letting yourself have everything that you want and it's time to like pull back and like trim the fat? You know, that could just be something to think of. There's something about the word I keep getting for you is inventory. Like it's time to do some kind of an inventory. Assess what you have. Is this what I want to have? Or am I ready to make room for God to give me more? Period. All right. I'm ready. Hydrate, light it if you need it. You probably will at some point. As I clear out all that funky ass energy. And welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025, baby. Be sure to check out that Taurus season astrology video. It has all the important astrological transit dates you need to know of. We have the full moon in your sign. Full moons are a period of release. That's why I think that's why I keep getting inventory. It's like it's time to look through. What do you need to let go of? What don't you use anymore? What spiritually, what emotionally do you need to let go of? Are you clinging to, are there some emotional responses that need to be updated or eradicated? Are there some verbal responses? Words that you say. Ooh, Taurus rules the throat. There could just be some things that you keep saying, that you keep professing or confessing with your mouth, with your verbal words, and you need to stop saying those things, especially if they're self-deprecating. Keep in mind, words are spells. Even the Bible says life and death are in the power of the tongue. And so there is something very, very important about understanding that we live in a physics-based reality. Ooh, come through Mars. We live in a physics-based reality, right? And physics tells us all of this is vibration that's condensed into matter. Ooh, and a Scorpio just texted me. Okay, come through. Same thing happened in Libra. My personal business. Anyway, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Being reckless. What was I saying? Words or spells. Okay, physics. Physics tells us all of this is vibration that's condensed into matter. And you have a mechanism that creates vibration that can condense into matter. So you have to be more cognizant about what you say, especially if you're trying to tap into that Mars and Leo energy and really get to that new place of mastery in your life, or even just comfortability, security, whatever it is. You know, I'm an Aries, so I'm always like masterful, legendary, honor, valor. but you are ruled by Mars and Pluto, you know, and so there's something about seeing the truth behind the words that you're saying. I want you to be very careful about sarcasm, because we often can joke ourselves into confirmation burp or hiccup. We often can joke ourselves into situations that we don't really want to be in. So I just want you to be careful about the words that you're saying. That's all. I'll leave it at that. All right, I'm ready to welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What I say? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. The Queen of Swords. If anybody's going to say it, it's going to be the Queen or the King of Swords. You got to be careful. You can be direct without being a dick. You can speak what you want into your experience, but there's something about transmuting pain into power. There's something about transmuting power into mastery in whatever field it is that you want to be masterful in. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, or someone that's very direct, someone that's very forthright, that is speaking to you, or that you're having deep, powerful conversations being spoken, clarifying conversations. I feel like someone is bringing you clarity. With the Queen of Swords, first thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is how you're talking to yourself and how you're talking to other people. One impacts the other, both impact each other, you know? And so there's something there around understanding how to be forthright and to be honest and to prioritize integrity and to talk about the things that are uncomfortable, talk about your pain. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that plays a big role, like that's playing a big role now. Basically, whenever you see this, especially if you're seeing this closer to the, you know, the beginning, middle of Taurus season. But with the Queen of Swords coming out, she is the embodiment of the process of transmuting deep, deep sorrow into wisdom. And so there's something about using your words to create clarity. Um, stop dancing around stuff. Be direct. Say what needs to be said. I feel like this air sign, or this really direct or confident person, has no problem being confrontational, has no problem advocating for themselves. I feel like that's the vibe that you need to get into. It's funny, someone may be bringing you the smoke and you're like, that's actually the energy you need to like be mirroring. Not suffering in silence, or just like nodding your head at people whenever they say stuff that you don't agree with. Like there's something about, you can transform your life by way of transforming your words, by way of transforming your thoughts, striving to be more masterful in your mind so you can be more masterful with your thoughts and therefore more masterful with your words. Hydrate. I feel like you guys have done a great job at initiating the process of being done with the past. A lot of you have let a lot go, and I want to congratulate you on that. You've let a lot go. From the Knight of Swords to the Queen of Swords. Yes, I feel like you're stepping your game up when it comes to communication, saying what it is that you want. Some of you are going through like having physical ailments. Some of you, okay, this is weird. I just got a very specific, this is only for, you'll know who you are. Some of you are in the early stages of an autoimmune disease. And the root of that autoimmune disease is repressed emotion. I feel like you have stuffed down your truth, your authenticity, stuffed down your emotions so much that it's like that toxicity had nowhere else to go. And I feel like you start writing, you start journaling, you start expressing yourself, and watch your physical health completely change. You start saying it like it is. You start saying the first thing that comes to your mind. You stop trying to people please, or you stop or you stop trying to Be a little manipulative with your words. If I say this, then they'll respond in this way. And when they respond in this way, I'm going to do that. Stop all that. Just keep it 100. It's time to keep it 100. It's time to plan, organize, do the things that you know are best for you, for your community. This is a time to just get it done. I feel like there are, like, the legalities of something will go in your favor. You just gotta use your words. You will create an environment where people feel really safe to talk to you because they can trust that you're going to give them the truth. They can trust that you're going to, like, tell it like it is. That's the number one reason why I was afraid to become a tarot reader. I was like, I'm a cunt. I'm too mean. I'm too direct. I don't really care enough about how, about my delivery. And I'm going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Turns out that's the number one reason why people come to me. Is they're like, I trust that your ass will tell me the whole truth. I trust that you will tell it like it is. I trust that you won't sugarcoat it. Who'da thunk, And so I almost didn't do this. I almost didn't step into my soul's purpose because I thought I was too something. How silly. And so there's something about, like, you being honest about who are you afraid of becoming? What are you so afraid of? What will require courage and bravery from you? What do you need to relinquish control of? Why are you still believing this, like, false illusion of control? Patreon Spirit Squadron already knows all we can control is what we voluntarily put into our body, whether we react or respond, and what we do about our intentions. Everything else is outside of your jurisdiction. So you out here trying to do God's job, and it's a waste of your energy. And so the Queen of Swords, I feel like there's something about cutting something that you have to say to that is going to impact somebody's ego negatively in some sort of way, or it's going to, like, hit a pain point. This could be to someone's, like, you may need to speak to this is like someone's father-in-law, someone's mother-in-law. There's just I feel like there's a controlling figure that you need to talk to, or you need to, like, tell it like it is to. Some of you, there's a really important conversation that you need to have with someone that has Leo placements, Leo or Virgo placements. There's a really important conversation. Like, you got to tell the truth. You got to say what needs to be said. Some of you are going to experience, like, the inverse of that, where someone has some big truth to bring to you, and it may cut your ego. It may be like, feel like a little bit of a humbling experience, or you may feel like someone is very controlling. But I feel like you start to really speak your truth, and you will usher in a whole new cycle of strength. I also feel like, also with strength, I feel like your physical vitality steps up. I'm telling you, if you're starting to feel stuff going on internally with your physical body, I'm letting you know, you speak your truth, and all of a sudden your energy level goes up, your stamina goes up, your resilience goes up. There's just, like, more physical energy that you start to realize that you have. I feel like too many of you are trying to tame yourself, or tame that primal feral aspect of yourself. And that aspect of yourself needs to be embodied. It needs space. It needs room outside of you to permeate the ether. This is also Mars, your ruling planet, in Leo. I feel like let go or be dragged. Either way, some of y'all are going to end up saying the thing that needs to be said either way. But there's something about moving towards a deeper level of authenticity, you being your whole self unapologetically, and that initiates a whole new cycle in your life. Quit trying to, it not only generates a new cycle in your life, it gives you new choices. It gives you more power. It puts the world in your hands. You're divinely supported to start going in a different direction, to start operating from a place of strength. But in order to operate from a place of strength, you need to identify your personal weaknesses. What or who makes you feel weak? Why are you afraid of making different choices or going in a different direction, or um what's going on with your relationship to that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aquarius person? It's time to make a decision about them. It's time to be more decisive. I feel like this season is just all about you being aware of how worthy you are to operate from your deepest truth. You don't need to justify shit to nobody. Understanding no is a complete sentence. There's just something about authority, and I feel like that's so Mars and Leo. Like your relationship to your personal authority, you embodying and displaying authority in your life, it's going to switch things up a lot. I also feel like there could be some travel on deck. Some of you need to go take a little trip, go explore, see a different part of your city, see a different part of your country, see a different part of the world. I feel like also something that means the world to you is inspiring you to make different decisions. Um, there is a decision that needs to be made from the spirit, not from the logic part of you, the logic part of, or logical part of yourself. Turning your back on staying stationary. Some of you have been really homebodies. I mean, it's Taurus season. You're going to want to be a homebody, but I feel like you really need to get out in the world. You really need to like get yourself to a point where you're willing to explore, hell, even if it's just a walk around the block. Get out of the house. Switch shit up. Hang out with new people. But I do feel like there's something about exposure. Exposing yourself to new things is going to usher in an influx of love and creativity and new depths in your spirituality. It's almost like don't turn your back on like the opportunities and the gifts and the influx that God wants to give you. Like the universe is very much so trying to replenish you. Be careful of like running yourself ragged. Be careful of operating on E. You really need to rest. You really, because if you don't rest and then you get put in some situation where um you normally would bite your tongue, I feel like you're gonna lash out, and that lashing is gonna be on 12, and everybody's gonna be like, hold the fuck up, where did that come from? You know? The Ace of Cups also is this could be new love coming into your life, a new creative project, a new creative idea, someone else, a replenishment of love, especially if it involves somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. But this could be a new love. I just heard new obsession. Do not let it be a new obsession. You got enough shit to obsess about. Do you know the difference between love and obsession? Do you know the difference between devotion and obsession? Taurus is devotion, Scorpio is deception. Scorpio is obsession. I did not mean to say deception, but look at spirit calling y'all the fuck out through a Freudian slip. Final card, final message, please. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. The Five of Wands. Libra got this too. Final card, and then on the bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands. Nice. Okay, so there could be a bit of a power struggle, especially if there was like a party, an event, or a wedding, or a festival, or something that requires orchestrating, or excuse me, something that requires planning. Confirmation burp. I feel like there's this new level of like a new foundation of stability. What the fuck was that? Talking about a party, someone outside having a party at all of a sudden. Anyway. Okay. Ultimately, ooh, okay, and I'll give you a little bit of the Patreon plunge. Underneath that Four of Wands is the Two of Cups. So this could be like having a really good time. I feel like ultimately Taurus season wants you to lay a foundation of like sincere enjoyment and fun and love and connectivity. That's what it ultimately is wanting you to do. But it's like, can you get to this? Can you reach this new level of fun and connection without telling the truth, without being adversarial or being seen or perceived as adversarial or controversial? I feel like you have to advocate for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to ask for what you want. You have to be decisive. And you may not think that that's a strong point for you, or you may not see that as a strong suit, but I feel like it's just a muscle that's atrophied. If you start to work out that muscle of like, hey, I'm someone who stands up for my truth. I say the things that need to be said. I say what is, like, I'm forthright, I'm direct, I'm not, prioritizing being cunning in some sort of way. You operate from a place of authenticity, and all of a sudden you build this very specific strength. And that specific strength leads you to be able to make different decisions than you have before. It brings in new options. All of a sudden there's all this optionality that you didn't see. See, like, you're just looking, look at that. It's like there's all this strength that's come in, and because the new strength has come in, you're like, oh my god, I need to focus on developing this, and I need to focus on, harnessing my willpower and operating from a place of authenticity and operating my willpower. And because you're focused on strengthening yourself, the divine's like, oh, here's some more options, here's some more goodness here. I'm excited to clarify this over on patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, me and my ethical cult, we're going to clarify all these cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily readings as well. So check that out, patreon.com/JustJEverything. All the links are in the description box below. Let me zoom out though a little bit. Those of you who are dealing with somebody who is very direct and forthright and maybe a little sharp, you're going to have to stroke their ego. There may be somebody who you're trying to build something new. You're trying to initiate something new. And I feel like you need to be making spirit-based decisions, not just logic-based decisions. So access your logic and your intuition as you make these decisions. And I feel like this is a big deal. Whatever, some of you are working on something that's a big fucking deal. And I feel like the divine is going to bring you the people, the resources, the creativity, and like the love that is needed, like the support that's needed for you to get this done. Because some of this thing that you're creating, it's going to cause ripples. It's going to maybe rub someone the wrong way. Someone who maybe wanted credit for something. There could just be drama that's on the other side of you getting so much support. Or you finally choose to, like, I'm going to do things my way and I'm going to prioritize me and my desires. And then everybody around you, not everybody, but then some people around you are like, hold on, Scorpio, I'm used to being able to, I'm used to you being a pushover. I'm used to being able to take advantage of you this certain way. What's going on? That Five of Wands, though, those of you who are single, I feel like you start getting really, really clear about what it is that you want in a partner, what it is your standards are, your boundaries are in a relationship, and you could fuck around and find yourself having a lot of options to sift through. So those of you who are single and you're looking, I feel like there love is all around. That's not it. Love is in the air every time I look around. There's something there around like love is in the air. But I also feel like there's just gifts that are coming through, resources. There is replenishment where were feeling you were feeling drought. The closer we get to Gemini season, I feel like the more ideas start to come in, the more options you have. And when you have these options that come in, I feel like it may cause a bit of like conflictual energy internally. So much you want to do and you don't know where to start. Where to start is stillness. Where to start is quiet. Where to start is getting yourself in an energetic place where you can actually hear what the divine is trying to tell you. Some of you, there is a very argumentative or combative person around you, or there's a like competitive group. You may be finding yourself competing for something, trying to win something, and you bout that life. You'll compete, you know, you'll do it. You're co-ruled by Mars. You know how to compete. I feel like there's people outside that are not supposed to be outside, and I'm trying to not do the Scorpio Aries thing, which is like, go grab my gun. That is not the proper response. See what I mean about like situational appropriateness? It's like if you don't address what's going on, you may just have a response that's not proportionate to the situation. It reminds me of an Amber Khan reading where she's like, you bring an Uzi to a knife fight, you know? And it's just like, you got an Uzi. This other person pulls out a butter knife, but you pull out a fucking AK-47. And it's like, calm down. There could just be some stuff there, and it's like you're needing to check yourself around that. Shout out Quietest Revolution, Rev Fam till I die. But ultimately, I feel like this season is trying to get you in union with your physical, spiritual, sexual energy, getting you in union with your true, authentic self. So you can be making decisions based on what you desire and not on what's going to like maintain homeostasis or keep everybody happy or prevent the boat from rocking. Rock that bitch. I'm ready to clarify these cards. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Come on. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.